Hello and welcome to Child Development 22. I'm Liz, your course facilitator, also known as your professor or instructor, but please just call me Liz. I like to be on a first name basis with all of my students, so there's no need for formality. You don't have to refer to me as professor or instructor or Mrs. Oh goodness, that makes me sound so old. Liz is perfectly fine. Now I bet you're wondering, what are we going to do in this class for the entire semester? Well, let me take you on a little journey that will give you a little glimpse into what you're in for. You ready for it? All of your learning is going to take place through Canvas, except for the occasional required Zoom meeting every other Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Now, to get to Canvas, you'll need to go to the SIS system. And once you're there, go ahead and log in. And that's going to take you to something called your dashboard. Any courses that you're enrolled in for the spring 2021 semester will appear here in your dashboard. Now, all you have to do is look for our course. And here it is, Child Development 22. Click on it, and that's going to take you to our home page. So if you scroll down, you'll see my office hours, both through Pronto, which you can access on the left-hand side of your screen right over here. That's basically going to open up a messaging system during these hours here that will allow you to send me a message and gain instant gratification. Or you can choose to join my Zoom office hours during these times. For that, all you have to do is simply click on this link and it'll take you to my office meeting room. You'll also find a direct link to all of your lessons and the Zoom links to our meetings every other Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. But I want to direct your attention to the module section. So if you go to the left-hand side of your screen here, click on modules. That's basically going to take you to where all of your learning is going to take place. You'll see that I organize all of your lessons by week. So for instance, week 1 starts here, and a week would typically begin on a Monday at 12 a.m. And it closes, or meaning all of your assignments are due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So that means that you have an entire 7 days, sometimes even 14 days, depending on how much information we're covering, to complete all of these little nuggets here, these lessons, before Sunday's deadline at 11:59 p.m. There is no required textbook for this course. This is the part where you jump up and down with excitement. I've purposely done this because you are going to have to spend some money purchasing materials or items for your activities. So this will allow you to put some funds away for those learning experiences that you have to plan. However, this doesn't mean that you don't have any reading at all. All of your required reading, quote unquote, is located in the module section and in these little nuggets or lessons right over here. And I've done this in a variety of formats. For instance, you can click on your lesson and you can either read through it or you can listen to it as what would be considered an audible. I'll also include videos, podcasts, documentaries, and activities or articles that you can conduct just to spice some things up so that you're not constantly staring at a screen. But the good part is there is no expensive textbook that you have to purchase for this course. Bravo! Now, this class has dramatically changed since COVID-19. In the past, on the first day of class, I would basically assist you through all of the paperwork that was required to begin your 108 hours of fieldwork or practicum experience. And these are the 108 hours that you have to complete before the end of the semester. Now, you're going to have to do this all by yourself. And those required documents that you need before you begin your hours are located here in these lessons. So please don't skip or skim through these because you may be missing out on very important documentation that you need to start your hours. You want to begin no later than the second week of the semester. Otherwise, you're going to start to fall behind on your hours very quickly. Remember that you are going to adjust your schedule accordingly so that you're able to conduct about 6 to 8 hours a week volunteering as a student teacher. This means that some of you will need placements. That basically means that you are not working with young children, and I have to find you a mentor or a teacher who can guide you through this experience and allow you to conduct your 108 hours for the semester. The second option is if you work with children. If you are currently working with children from 0 to 5, only working, not volunteering, then you can use your workplace to conduct your 108 hours. In this case, you will be finding a teacher who can guide you and serve as your supervising teacher to basically evaluate you and give you feedback through this practicum experience. So you're going to fall in one of those two options. Option 1, I find you a mentor or a teacher to conduct your fieldwork hours. Option 2, you are currently working with young children and you are going to basically conduct your fieldwork hours under the supervision of your lead or supervising teacher. Those are your two options that you have available. Everything will be done online except if you are currently working in person. There is no in-person practicum unless you are currently working with young children and your site is open. Now let me walk you through some of the assignments that you'll be doing in this course. First, you'll want to head over to the syllabus, which is located right over here on the left-hand side of your course page. If you click on the button that says full screen, this can become really large. Go to page 4. And here under assignments, you will find a breakdown of all of the assignments and activities that we'll be conducting for the entire semester. First, let's go over the activity plans because these are pretty huge. Everyone's experience in this course is going to be slightly different, so please be mindful of that. If you are not working with young children and I am finding you a mentor or a site to conduct your 108 hours, then your activity plans will either be conducted via Zoom or by you creating a video of you presenting your learning experience or activity. If you are currently working with young children and your site is open, meaning you are in the classroom in person, then that means that you will most likely be conducting your activity plans in the classroom with the children. So just be mindful of that. You'll be conducting a total of 4 activities. The first one being a process art, second a student's choice, a science, and then your last one is yet again a student's choice activity, which basically means that you, your mentor or supervising teacher, get to select the topic or domain for your student's choice activity. That way it's still flexible and you can still basically align your activities with the curriculum that is set by your actual placement site or workplace. It depends. You'll also be conducting 1 circle time, which is basically a story time. Journals, a total of 5. And these are basically observations that you are conducting throughout your experience in this class or reflections about a particular topic or concept. Of course, your online activities and assignments, which are part of the lecture part of this course, and you will be evaluated twice during the semester. The first time during week 8, and this is basically going to be conducted by your mentor or supervising teacher on basically your progress up to the midpoint of the semester. And lastly, by myself. And this typically occurs at about week 14 or maybe 15, where I'm going to be looking at basically all of your professional skills for the entire semester that you've been conducting your fieldwork hours. Yes, Zoom meetings are a required component for this course. However, keep in mind that we only meet every other Tuesday at 5:30 p.m., which means we meet one week, then the next we're off. We meet one week, then the next week we're off. If you're curious about what specific days and times we're meeting on Zoom, go to the last page of your syllabus, and in red, you will see a reminder for those weeks or days that we have required Zoom meetings, but they will always take place on Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Also, if you hover over to the left-hand side of the screen where it says Zoom, you will find all of our required Zoom meetings for the entire semester as well. So all you have to do is basically hit start, and that will automatically take you to our Zoom meeting room. I will also post announcements as reminders for our upcoming Zoom meetings. So please get into the habit of checking the announcements section every week so that you're aware of things that are occurring, news, and updates. If you cannot attend a Zoom meeting, please keep in mind that we often do activities and you'll be missing out on points or even more on valuable information that you need to be successful in this course. So what I would suggest is go ahead and write down all of these meeting dates now. Put them on your phone as a reminder, put them on your calendar, on your schedule, so that you don't miss out on this valuable information. I know how challenging it can be to meet online, but I typically don't meet for an entire 2.5 hours. We go about an hour and a half, because I know how much you're balancing in your personal life, work, home. So I try to make sure that we keep a good balance so that you're able to conduct a lot of your online learning on your own on Canvas. But it is helpful to occasionally see each other on Zoom to elaborate on certain topics or questions that you may have. Well, that's all, folks. I will see you all online. Have a wonderful week.